Stuckley Tillinghast was an apple orchard farmer in Exeter, Rhode Island. He and his wife Honor had 12 children. During the harvest season of fall of 1799, Stuckley began having vivid nightmares. These night terrors were centered around his daughter Sarah. He'd hear her calling his name throughout the orchard. Instead of finding her, a dark cold wind would stir up leaves around him, nearly blinding him. When the wind stopped, the leaves turned brown and the fruit from the orchard was rotted. He'd be surrounded by the smell of decay and half the orchard was dead. This dream persisted every night. A local pastor told him that these dreams were induced by anxiety for the upcoming harvest season. During this time, his daughter Sarah would stay in her room for long periods of time. She only came down for meals. Shortly after, she was diagnosed with consumption and then died. By springtime, James, the youngest boy in the family, would complain about chest pains. When asked where, he pointed at his heart and said, "Here, where Sarah touched me." Soon after, he would pass away as well. Two more daughters, Andress and Ruth, would follow. Both claimed that Sarah came and visited them at nighttime. The family then assumed that they were being cursed by an evil spirit. The oldest daughter, who had moved away and married, came back to the childhood home. She too claimed that Sarah came and visited her, and despite warnings, she fell ill and died as well. Sarah's mom and the oldest son soon started talking about visits from Sarah. After Stuckley heard a story about the dead coming to torment their families from a nearby town from a farmhand, he went and disinterred his children. When he reached Sarah's body, it looked as if she had minimal decay, and if she was just resting during her burial. The farmhand had instructed him that he needed to remove the heart and burn it to ash, which he did. The eldest son died, being too far into consumption to make it. Sarah's mom, however, made a full recovery and even had 2 more children later. From that point forward, nobody else in the family had visions of Sarah. Stuckley was also reminded of his persistent night terrors. He was left with 6 out of 12 children, very similar to half of his orchard being dead. Sarah Tillinghast is buried in an unmarked grave in Exeter, Rhode Island, protected by the Rhode Island Historical Society. She, like many other young women during this time, faced an unfortunate desecration. Tuberculosis may have claimed her and her siblings' lives, but it didn't stop their stories being told. Her remains are only a few miles away from another suspected vampire during this time, one that many are familiar with, Mercy Brown.